The average price of gasoline in the United States is $5 a gallon. We've never seen this much inflation since 1981, and people are on really tight budgets, are feeling the economic hardship. You know, my heart goes out to you tonight because of a lot of government misspending, deficit misspending for years, and now a financial crisis. On top of that, the last 2 years, we've seen the pandemic and all the deficit spending is going along with that. Now we have a war in Ukraine, and now supply issues, and we have food scarcity in many countries in Africa. Even in the United States and Canada, we're feeling, you know, the economic hardships. But I want to remind people that our provision, rather, comes from God. The God of the Bible is the God of unexpected provision and resources. He's Jehovah Jireh. I think about the story of Elijah. Elijah was called by God to confront the idol worshippers in Mount Carmel, and God provided everything he needed to fulfill his purpose. He actually fed Elijah when he was in the desert. He used a raven. He used a widow who was on her last meal, who was on her last loaf of bread, to supply his needs, and God blessed her afterwards. So what I'm trying to say is that God will supply your needs, not your wants, but your needs in this financial time of hardship. And you know, Corville, I can speak firsthand in my own life that God has supplied me what I needed to fulfill his purposes in my life from ways that I would have not expected. Do you remember when you first invited me on this program about 5.5 years ago?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. You know, months before that, I cried out to God. I said to my wife, you know, I want to be used by the Lord before it's too late. And the first thing I dedicated myself, so you know what, I'm going to start reading this Bible. I'm going to start reading this Bible, cover to cover. I'm going to start with the New Testament. And that's when God started to move. He started to open up doors. He provided me a ministry to work with you, and then he opened up a door for me to go to one of the most powerful radio stations in the United States, WDCX 99.5. He started opening up doors. He started to flash fire down from heaven. You know, and that's what he will do in our situation. I've seen it.
Yeah, and you know what? It's when we get that down in the dumps feeling because something is not going right in our lives,
Yeah.
is to talk to him. First of all, you know, we go talk to friends or family, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But we forget about God. The first way we should go is, God, what's happening? What's happening in our life? Why is this? Why? And we see that right through the Bible. You know, why is this happening? People go to God and say, God, why is it? Because God has the answer, friend. He has the answer.